So this is our disconnected shag shape that we were working on. This is it dry. You can definitely see, here's the front face. Definitely see the shape that we've made through the back. It's very lean. We have a lot of volume up at the top that's layering over. You can see that extended shape. Now we're just gonna go through and really make this haircut perfect and connected and all that stuff. So first thing we're gonna be doing is moving through that bottom nape area, making sure that everything is put together nice and neat. Just cutting this in the back, pushing this longer hair forward, cutting this in half, and pushing all of that longer hair forward so we can get into this nape area. The easiest way to get into this nape area is have your client face down. We're going to be taking these sections across here, and if you look, there should be a nice short to long geometry within that hair at the bottom. It's a little too solid, so what we want to do is use our Arc Scissor 30-2 blenders and soften that up just a little bit. Take that next section down below, elevate that out, and really soften up that texture. Gonna be doing the same thing over here. Over directing that out, making sure that it's short to long, and softening up that texture. One more section, short to long, softening that up. So now we really have those pieceiness, that pieceiness back here in the back. Now we're gonna be doing is taking out some weight through this top area so that we get a lot more movement whenever we style her out. So here's our back two panels, our back two segments of hair. We're taking it horizontally. Gonna be moving through this top area horizontally, really shattering and softening up those ends. Finding that solid cutting line. Really focusing on those ends. It's gonna make it lay softer. Take that next horizontal section and really go in deep with this point cutting technique to create a lot more movement and focus on those ends to soften them up. Same thing on this other side, making sure that we know where that segment is, going horizontally. Finding those hard lines and really going in and opening up that shape. So you can see the back now. It's a lot softer. You can look at the profile that we're going for. Gives it a lot of volume in the back. A lot of fun layers. And it is now seamless from top to bottom. Now let's move towards this front portion. It needs to take off a little bit of the we need to take off a little bit more of the solidness of the shape through the top. So we're gonna be moving towards the front and just elevating it straight up. Really going in and creating some airiness in there so that we can have a lot more movement. So for the actual perimeter, remember we don't have much of a solid perimeter, so we're just gonna go in and slowly carve out this perimeter. Over directing it back so that we have a little bit of a triangular shape towards the front, meaning longer in the front. Over directing it back, always making sure that you're closing the scissors when you're doing this technique, not just dragging it through the hair. Need a little bit more off this side. I feel like she could use just a little bit more weight taken out through this back portion. Now, final thing that we want to do is get our fringe knocked in. With this kind of cut, I'm going to be doing more of an open feathered fringe. Just make sure that we take a triangular parting, like so. So we have our triangular parting here. What we're gonna do is start center, move out, over direct it all towards that center piece. And this is gonna create a soft, feathered fringe. A little bit tighter. There we are. Over direct towards the center. Over direct towards the center. Same thing on the other side. Now we put in that basic fringe. Now we want to use our scissors, go behind that section, gonna layer it in, elevate it just a little bit, and really knock in that feathered fringe. Same thing on the other side. Minimal elevation, just letting it fall in that comb. Now you really want to start using your details. Making sure that we're even on both sides. And finally, getting that top layer, really cutting into that so it's not as hard, so that we have a soft lay right on the top of that fringe. And there you got it. Got you a nice little arced feathered fringe. And definitely you can style that out or leave it straight in the face. All right, for styling this head of hair out, first off I'm gonna use the Unite Blonda oil. A great oil, light oil. Even though it is for blondes, it's gonna be a great oil just to take away some dryness. Now I'm gonna be doing is really piecing out the bottom so it even looks more piecey. Really making sure that that fringe stays flat. You could really see the extended shape once we start looking at the profile. And we're gonna be using our Unite Texturizes spray. Great end result spray to give some texture and really working through the top portions. You have your disconnected shag. Has a little bit more fun than the normal shag. Your fun long convex layers on the top with your real skinny, almost mullety feel in the back.